I gotta go grab the skid steer and I need to bring it all the way over to the Quonset. They're starting to lay that line in the ground, and they need help moving some sand and then burying the line as well. And I figured the easiest thing right now is the skid steer. And I also have the grader over there. So when I get the skid steer to kind of bury some of it, then I can take the grader and knock the rest of that, well, all that dirt into the trench. And then we can pack it. But yeah, then we'll get power over there pretty soon. They're gonna start putting up the poles and fun. I guess I gotta use the Tonka deer. So the crew's here with their wire. I gotta take the skid steer and I gotta put a little bit of sand in the trench. That way there's a little cushion for the wire to sit on, and then we'll put sand on top of that right where the trucks drive, and then just kind of run the wire down the whole thing and bury it, and well, they're gonna do their thing and I'll just assist them how I can. Okay, let's get this done. We laid the sand on top of that line. He's taking this ribbon or kind of tape, or what do you want to call it, laying it on top, and then they'll bury it. So if they ever have to dig up the line, they can dig down to that ribbon, and then they know, okay, it's only going to be maybe 6 inches or so down to the line, so they don't hit the line. They'll run that in, and then I'll bury all this up, and we should be good to go. All right, there we go. Now we can drive across it. It's not level, it's not perfect because we need to mash that down and we need moisture to really get that ground to settle, but I left it berm there just so that we could take the trucks and drive on it and mash it down. But yeah, awesome. One less thing to do. Wiggles and I have been waiting very patiently, and we're losing our patience, Nick. We really need to like bag him right now because we're just sitting here waiting for him.
Zero patience.
Zero patience. That's just unacceptable. Oh, there he is. Sweet, let's go get to work. 3 bags. And that's all we're gonna do right now. We just got done unloading. We gotta pull the tractor forward, button up the end, and we're gonna fill the rest of the bins, and then we'll know how much more we need to put in bags. I'm guessing 1 more bag will probably finish. But since we got some hail land that, well, you don't know what's going to produce. So I think at this point, to be safe, let's tighten up the bags, bin, and then we'll know. So we got the power line buried. Now they're putting in these poles. And they got 4 of them so far, and they got a little bit further to go, but they'll get these in today. And then probably tomorrow, start stringing wire, and sometime early next week, they'll have power to that location over there. Then we can turn the fans on to the P's. P's are okay, but we should turn the fans on. And we also need to fill that big bin too. So this bin over here, I just got done marking it. We got to put more grain on top, but we got to keep everything separate from each field depending on who's the landowners. Once we're done with that, filling it up, we got to fill this big beast over here. It's empty. We just got done filling up 3 grain bags. And right now my job is to just make sure that everything's going smoothly. I got a couple things to go over here and fix and take care of. But you know, it's just crazy how things go. But wait. Did you just see that? Oh my gosh. I knew this was gonna happen. I knew it. I'm gonna have to talk to these guys and try to figure this out. Hey guys, you're gonna have to learn to get together, okay? This is just unacceptable. Meridian, say you're sorry. West Steel, say you're sorry. Come on. This might take a while. found a hitchhiker. Hey, how you doing, buddy? How you doing? He's doing okay. Finally putting wheat in this brand new bin. Let's take a look inside and see what it looks like. Might not look like it, but it's really dusty. And that's actually really, really cool to see that happening. I need a shower, don't I?
Good morning. A little bit of servicing, fueling, greasing, changing out sections, all kinds of good stuff. I'm gonna lightly blow off some of the areas on this thing. We didn't get them blown off last night. It was kind of late. So, get this going and I'll run B-spine. You see he's all opened up. Oh, good. We're gonna hammer out the acres. And then we gotta take off a couple days for a special trip. Always happens during harvest. But we'll be back. There's nothing better than watching those tracks turn. I don't know what it is about them, but they're really mesmerizing. I love it. There's tracks everywhere. Tracks are cool. And like that, the 60 bushel wheat, well, maybe 50. We'll find out later how much it really yielded, but it's over, so we're gonna head up north. But let's hope that there's 50 bushel wheat up there. So we're gonna go about 6 miles up north. I'm Roden. We got a whole convoy of guys behind us. Some friends are visiting, so we threw one of them in Big Brute, one of them in the Fummins.
Heck yeah.
We got guys all over the place. Oh yeah, let's get there. Roden. This was a county road once. I'm sure they still probably consider it their road, but as you can see, it has not seen a grader on it for many years. And actually, I think the last grader on it was ours because we tried to touch it up once. That's okay though, I understand. Can't have enough graders and manpower to do it these days. Got to pick and choose which battles, and this road does not get used very much, so it's an abandoned road, but we're taking it. That right there is our neighbor's barley that got hailed really bad. This neighbor's some of our stuff. We're gonna wait till last to cut it because ours got hailed as well. Some 50% or more, 70% in some areas. When I say percentage, I mean how much was lost. But that is 100% with that barley. It destroyed that. This side, there's some winter wheat, and it is hammered too. That poor wheat got annihilated. So we'll see what our yields are when we get into that stuff. We did collect some insurance on it, but it won't be nearly as good as if we could have had just a normal harvest on it. But that's okay, you know, that's just farming, and fortunately the whole farm did not get hailed out, so we'll be okay. There we go, county road again. 20.8 miles an hour is what B-spine can do with these LSW 1400s, these tires. Still loving them. Look at those bad boys turning down there. Man, they're nice. Really, really, really nice. Lots going on right here. Yeah, that's one way to get to the grain bin. And in and up and in. Really? You're gonna stay right there? Out of all places to hide out, you're gonna be on my window wiper. Oh yeah, let's see what you can do now, huh? What now? What now? What do you got? He's still on it. Nope, he came off. We're good. Okay, that worked. 30 bushel wheat, but this stuff is threshing awesome. I can't see anything back there because I'm just dumped. But I'm running at 5 to 6 miles an hour. I'm going 5.6 right now with a 45-foot header, and this combine is just eating it up. No issues at all, at least in this stuff. I love when it threshes nice. Burn through it. So the grain cars ran about 88,000 bushels through it so far of wheat. We did do some just directly to trucks, some directly to the grain bagger, so that's not everything. That is equivalent to 5.2 million pounds of grain have come off this land. Now think about this, 5.2 million pounds. Imagine 5.2 million pounds. That's like, what, 5, and then a little over 5 fully loaded Airbus A380s stacked on top of each other, suspended on top of all these little stems holding it up. So this little wheat stems across the board, all these millions and millions and millions of wheat stems held up 5.2 million pounds. And we still got more to go. And we're not even that high yielding of a farm. That's amazing.
So Nick wanted to trade real quick. I jumped in the Steiger and is running for a little bit, and all of a sudden, I get a phone call and the guy's like, I'm here to pick it up. And I'm like, you said 5 to 6, and he's a couple hours early. So I'm racing back in the pickup. Nick just took the Steiger and grabbed the front end loader, and I'll push that thing up on the trailer. And if you can guess what it is, well, you're good at guessing, so. Okay, let's go get the front end loader. You know, kind of sad to see this thing go, because it is a neat tractor. And we always thought about like, hey, you know, if we could find a transmission and, you know, do some work on that other motor that we have, and we might be able to see this thing running again, and that'd be kind of fun. But here's the thing. We got 3 big buds. They're solid, and if we're going to put money into something, we're going to put them in those ones. We really don't need this tractor. And if this tractor is able to live again by somebody else taking it, or if they need parts for their other one to run, I think that's what it needs to be done. So it's going somewhere, and you know, it was fun to see it while we could. So yeah, good luck. He's going to fix the tractor up, so good luck. So the piece that we're on right now is yielding quite a bit better than all the other pieces that we've been on. And if Nick didn't mention it, it's because this is next to where the hail plan was. There's a bunch of hail that went up north of us. Well, this didn't really get hailed on, but it got rained on, and it got a lot of rain. So basically what's going on is the one truck can't keep up. I went to grab the blue Peterbilt, tire off the rim, and so I grabbed the red Peterbilt. The beater Peterbilt. Hey, that's a good name, the beater Peterbilt. Anyways, so I'm trucking. Another thing I forgot to mention is Chadster kicked me out of the quad track, so he's running the grain cart. Thanks, Chadster. Seriously, buddy. It's amazing how much wheat that auger puts out, and he's not even full bore. He's just kind of trickling it in. It really packs. Wow, that's a lot. That is awesome. This old Peterbilt right here, the beater Peterbilt, has got a 3406B cat motor in it. Runs good, and it does what we need to do, but it is definitely not the prettiest Peterbilt out there. As long as it gets the work done, that's all I care about right now. Maybe one day we'll upgrade this truck into a different one or do something with it, but run it until it doesn't run anymore, I guess. Oh, I guess I'm done. Yeah, that's pretty full. Every farm understands this very well. Yeah. One of the gates accidentally got left open. The grain cart came over and started dumping in it and created a mess. Well, let's clean it up. It's okay, things happen. It happens. Just sucky that it happens, but it happens. So it took a little bit for me to get up here, but I finally moved the tractor and the auger. He's gonna unload into the truck. I'll take that, unload into the bins over here, and there's about 23,000 bushels roughly up here. We'll fill these, then we'll move back and we'll figure out where we're sitting on storage. I don't think we're gonna need another grain bag, but we might be surprised and might have to bag another one, which would hopefully be the case. So anyways, awesome. Things are going great. In fact, the yields are a little higher than we thought, and that's really nice to hear because, well, we thought it was going to be a little less, but it's actually a little more than we thought. they moved to the next field, and behind here, you can't really tell, but there's a beautiful 9370 truck just sitting right here. That truck is just an awesome truck. It runs great, it sounds great, it does a good job, and you know what? This truck does not want to be a show model truck. It wants to work, and that's the beauty about it. Just like that, harvest went to a complete standstill. 90 degrees to 45 and rainy. Brr! But we'll be back. Harvest is not over. It's gonna be a couple days though. So we're going on a little trip. Fortunately, it worked out perfect timing because we won't be able to harvest for the next 2 or 3 days with this. So, I'll see you guys on the flip side.